Hi, baby. Hello. Hi. What's up? Oh, good evening, everyone. Welcome to episode 2 of Ask Winging at Aviary. Today I have a couple special guests with me. We have Ringo, baby Hyacinth Macaw. We have Sean, he's the store manager. And we have Rocky. And Rocky's not quite sure what... Oh, no.
Rocky.
Rocky. All right. All right, Ringo. Hold on, baby. Let's read some questions.
Paynes Gray asks, what parts of parrot care are most commonly overlooked or neglected?
I believe taking the time every day to do fruits and vegetables. It's very important for your birds. Just continue to do it every day. Even if they don't immediately go for them, don't give up.
Anti-Freak Machine asks, do harnesses for cockatiels exist? Do you recommend them?
There are harnesses for cockatiels, and I would recommend a... Rocky.
He's excited.
Are you getting excited? I would recommend a petite harness. Never ever bring your bird outside without a harness, whether wings are clipped or not. Not safe. A good swift wind will take your bird, like I believe we spoke about it last episode, a couple miles.
Edward asks, is the host Charlie as sexy off camera as he is on camera?
I'm a model, you know what I mean? I don't... Mom. Okay. I guess I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. I'll leave that up to you. So now... It's Mom again. Excuse me. Look, I have to answer it. Hello? Rocky said... Hi, Ma. I'm on TV. Yes, I was just singing. I know my voice is horrible. Mom. Yes, I put clean underwear on. I gotta go. I'll call you back. Love you. Bye.
Edward's serious question is, I've always heard conflicting opinions on covering the cage at night. What are your thoughts on this?
I don't cover cages. Again, opinion. It's my opinion. Rocky doesn't like his cage covered either. Most people think you cover your cages to get your bird to be quiet or, to keep them warm. It's personal preference. That's all I could say about that.
Paynes Gray asks, what do you think are the most common mistakes parrot owners, new and experienced alike, make?
One of the most common mistakes I believe in parrot owning is the amount of sleep your bird gets. Birds need at least 12 to 13 hours of darkness every night. They do not sleep like we do. They do not go into a deep sleep. Sleep is very important for them, for feather growth, demeanor, attitude. That's the first common mistake.
Somewhat Hearted asks, do you have any ideas for things to do with molted feathers?
Sean has saved every feather that his bird, his African gray, well, every one of his birds has ever molted.
Yep.
There are... Where is it?
A lot of local Indian reservations you can contact. They'll take them for headdresses. You could also make them into forms of art. They're sold on eBay. If you didn't want to sell them, you can donate them. There's a lot of people that are making jewelry with them now, and Rocky's gonna fly. There's always a place for a molted feather.
Andrew asks, I have a male cockatiel who recently started brooding and trying it on with my hand. Should I get a female for him to mate with? I'm prepared for chicks, but would getting a female affect him socially?
Andrew, don't drop the bar soap. Sorry. Rocky agrees. It is not uncommon for your bird to think you are his or her mate. There are certain things that you should not do when you're petting your bird. You don't want to stroke the bird like this, as hard as it is, and you don't want to go rub under their wings. All of those things tend to turn them on or produce hormones. Rub the back of their nape, that's fine. Now, as far as getting, Andrew wants to know if he should get a female for his to mate. My opinion, no. You are going to... You might be lucky. There's 2% of people that breed birds that are able to keep their birds as pets once they become breeders. Usually, once your bird becomes a breeder, they don't want anything to do with you or your family. They want to be with their mate. And they're going to do everything to protect their mate and to protect their nest. So I would not get another bird for your male. Just make sure you're not doing any of the things that are going to turn him on and stimulate hormones.
Nefarious Hippie asks, do you have any tips for stopping a bird from over-preening? My African Grey started chewing her feathers so that gradually she bites them to pieces until it's just a little fluffy nub on her skin.
Yeah, I see in your question you didn't mention bathing. Bathing is very important, even if your African Grey does not like it, and they do not like water by nature, but you need to bathe them. Also, I see you say you're supplying toys, but toys that can help him shred, that would help. And again, you also said that you recently moved. That is going to take a Grey a while. They're very timid by nature. They do not like change. Just keep doing what you're doing. The overpreening seems to me on him is a nervous behavior. So just get a schedule going and maintain that schedule. And I do recommend at least misting the bird 3 times a week. That should help with the overpreening. Or you can get a product like aloe vera from Aviary. Could be skin issues. There can be multiple things. A vet checkup also wouldn't hurt, just to make sure that it's nothing underlying factor with the bird.
There's also the teas we spoke about last episode. Overpreening.
Feather spa would be great for that.
Yeah, feather spas. Actually, do you want to hand me a feather spa? That one's fine. This is feather spa. It smells really good.
Bird will smell like roses.
It has rosebuds, rosemary, yarrow flower, chamomile, lavender. It's great for preening.
Great topical spray for your birds.
Payne's Gray asks, how do you deal with the backlash of people who feel that there are too many unwanted birds in shelters rescues, making breeding irresponsible?
I will answer that by saying we do a lot of rescuing and rehoming here. It's just as important to us as the babies that we raise. And rescuing and rehoming is not for everyone. It takes a very special person to take on a large bird that's unwanted. Just like if you were neglected, they come with baggage. And this bird bites you, he might never come out of the cage again. When it comes to breeding being irresponsible, I don't believe that's the case. If breeding in the beginning, if the bird is placed in the right home, and you are always there for the new owner, I believe that it cuts down the amount of rehoming that would be done. And that's really it.
When you purchase a bird from us, the initial relationship is not when you first purchase the bird or put a deposit down on the bird. It's when the bird goes home. That's the beginning of our real relationship. Up to that point, Rocky, up to that point we're doing a lot of educating, but we like to stay in touch, in contact with all of our clients.
I just want to also add to that, if not for breeding, in another 10, 20 years, some of these species might not even be in the wild anymore. and people might not ever get to see them again. So I believe it's still important to have breeding. There's certain programs like the Spix Macaw breeding program. If it wasn't for that, they would be completely endangered. You wouldn't see one of them ever again in your entire life.
That'd be pretty sad for your kids. All right, well, that concludes episode number 2. If you haven't noticed, I use my hands a lot. It's because I'm Italian. But anyway, thank you all for joining us, and we look forward to more questions, many, many more episodes, and some special guests also in the near future. Have a good night.